All right, let's get this team in here, huh? Yeah. Here we go. Oh, the show went up winded tonight. What's up with that, Angie? Here we go. Actually, seen a giant stuffed Mario this weekend. He was as big as me. I guess that's not giant, is it? But it was life size, wasn't it? All right, welcome everybody. Happy Tuesday. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, let me give you a little heads up first. You early birds, getting out a fresh piece of paper. You got your favorite pen. Make sure there's enough ink in it. Check the well. Or get out your favorite pencil and sharpen it up because you're going to take a lot of notes tonight. A lot of good stuff coming at you. So here we go. Woo! Happy Tuesday. Any new faces in here? Let's see. Ruben Pacheco. I don't know if I know you yet.
Carolyn Wilson from Texas.
Hey, Carolyn from Texas. There you go. Texas is here. Represent. Good job. Thank you, man. Welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Actually from Wisconsin.
Oh, you been here, Ruben?
5 weeks.
Oh my
It's my
goodness.
first Tuesday.
It's your first Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's why. See?
Yeah, usually I'm
losing
working.
I'm not losing it. Thank you very much for sharing that. All right, fantastic. I remember, I don't always remember all the faces, but I do remember names. And I hope Barbara Ryan realizes that she's looking in the wrong direction. There she comes back to us. All right. Good job, Barbara.
Hey,
Happy
now.
Tuesday. Yes. Hey, Robert, good to see you too,
It's
man.
great. I'm back.
Yes, you
Hi,
are.
Linda.
Fantastico. And we've got an appointment in the morning, right?
Yep.
All right,
call you
fantastic.
probably about 10:30, 11.
Excellent day. Welcome everybody to the Tuesday night big conference call of the week. This is the most important one. Why do I always say this is the most important one? For all you new folks, every big announcement happens on a Tuesday night, never any other night of the week. Anytime Rory and Jamie are going to add something to the system to help you build your business or make more money, it's always going to happen on a Tuesday night. Any product or service or tool or anything that we need to help you build, to help you grow, to help you expand, to help you make more money is always going to happen, be announced on a Tuesday night. Then we'll train on it on Saturdays. Launched on Tuesday, train on Saturday. Write that down. Everything that's important to you for your success, especially if you're brand new. But we also, every Tuesday night, Linda, what do we get? 10, Kathleen, somewhere between 10 and 30 brand new people every single week. And that's a beautiful thing to see. Not just the growth because we're doing everything so well and doing everything the right way with the vision that our co-founders gave us, but because we like seeing all the different states being represented. We like doing this visual map in our heads and just watching the country light up as the call starts and see all the different states being represented. It's kind of fun. And you know what? Whoever got you here, they would love to know that you made it as well, made it on the call, you got in on time. So here's your chance. If you're brand new, and I know we already heard from a couple, click on the microphone or hit the space bar on your keyboard, say hello, and don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
You've got two in the chat now.
Fantastic. Who is it?
It's Crystal Thomas from Louisiana and
Welcome, Crystal.
John Francis from Hawaii.
John from Hawaii. Thank you, sir. 6 hours earlier there. So it's just after lunch for him. Glad you're here. Welcome. Glad you made it. Oh, I forgot the first two, then those two. Oh, then we had that gentleman. So we have 5 already. Fantastic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you're all here. Welcome to the Triple R 247 and direct to consumer team call, training call, announcement call, office meeting. It's got so many names because so many different things happen on Tuesday night. But everything that's important for your rate of success here, all the information that you need, all the tools, all the products, all the services, everything that we have that makes all of this work together and work as well as it does if there's going to be any changes to it or any additions to it, that'll always happen on a Tuesday night, never any other night of the week. So you never want to miss that. Anytime something's added, it's to help you make more money. You don't be that story. Don't let that happen to you. Never miss a Tuesday night. Now we know every now and then life happens. You might miss one. Get with your instructor, find out where those recordings are, and make that happen and make sure you get to it the next day, because procrastinating on Tuesday can also be turned into procrastinating the next day or a couple days after. Life can continue to happen. Next thing you know, it's Tuesday again. Now you're a whole week behind and you got 2 calls to make up. I've seen it happen too many times. Don't let that happen to you. And let's go one more time. Welcome all the new people.
Go ahead, Tennille. She unmuted before and then you started talking again. Go ahead, Tennille.
Where?
Tennille King.
Tennille King, I definitely want to meet you.
Hey, I'm from North Carolina,
North
and I'm
Carolina.
new. And I have
That-
the most awesome Jay Fish to help
Every
me
time
through
I
it.
type my name in assigned to, Tennille pops up with me because it's got NILE in it. So I've been looking forward to meeting you. Go ahead, Valerie.
Bobby Black, South Haven, Mississippi.
Welcome. Mississippi's in the house. Thank you, sir.
Got
And go ahead,
Maristelle
Valerie. You're
from-
unmuted. Valerie Carson, you're unmuted. Go ahead.
I think she's not new, honey.
Okay.
Maristelle from California is in the chat.
Maristelle is somewhat new, but she's part of the team. Good to see you. Glad you're here, Maristelle. Love talking to you.
Julie from Colorado.
Julie from Colorado. Fantastic. Welcome. Glad you made it, Julie.
Sheila from North Carolina.
North Carolina is represented tonight. Welcome, Sheila. Glad you made it.
Thank you.
Winds up the chat, I believe.
That's it for chat. All right. Anybody else brand new? If you're brand new, we're getting close to the top of the hour. So click on the little microphone or just hit the space bar on your keyboard. It'll unmute you. Say hello. Don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
$5 extravaganza. 2-pack multi-use.
Fantastic. Oh, it is an extravaganza every single day of the week. All right. Reginald from Jacksonville, Florida. Welcome. Florida's representing. Here we go. Welcome, sir. Glad you made it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Reginald, where are you calling in from?
I'm calling from Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, is that you? I see in the chat. Okay. Thank you, sir. Glad you made it. Welcome, welcome.
Okay, this is my first Tuesday.
Fantastic. You're going to love it. It's a great Tuesday to be your first Tuesday. A lot of great stuff going to be shared with you tonight. That's for sure. All right. So let me, one more time, I'm going to welcome all the new people here. Welcome everybody to the Triple R 247 and direct to consumer team call, office meeting, business call, announcement call, everything call, all the important stuff that you need for your business, for your rate of success, to help you hit your goals, get to whatever it is you're trying to get to, is always going to be added to, talked about, launched, given to you on a Tuesday night. Never any other night of the week, always Tuesday night. And then they'll train on it on Saturdays. But there's something else we've been doing lately, and I hope you guys are catching on to that trend. We have fantastic co-founders, but they've put a circle of people around them that are also amazing individuals, amazing human beings who love helping other people. They've caught on to the dream that Roy and Tanya had when they thought about starting to build this back in 2008. That's when they started, and have dove in with them to take this journey, be a part of this journey, to take this mission worldwide and help as many families as we could. So every Tuesday for a while, I'm going to be introducing one more member of that leadership team to let them tell their story to you, so you get to know not just Roy and Tanya, but everybody else that's behind the scenes, making sure that we protect this house for the future, making sure we're building something that we can hand off to future generations, making sure we're protecting everybody's business, including the brand new person who just started today, because everybody is equally important in this company to all of us, or one big family as well as a team. So I've met almost every single one of these leaders in the company, and the one I'm going to introduce you tonight, I remember when I first met her and all this technology and all this stuff that was starting to happen, and it was hitting me on both sides of my head. And you know, I was bugging Rory a little bit, but I knew Rory was also busy. And somebody just stepped forward and decided and offered to help me. And it's been ever since that day. She's been nothing but a blessing in my life, and for many of us actually, because she helps out. If she sees an area that needs a person that needs something, she jumps in and helps. She doesn't wait to be asked. She just jumps in and says, "Hey, I can help you with that if you want. Hey, I understand that technology. If you don't, hey, I see you're struggling with that technology now, and I'd be happy to spend a couple of minutes to show you how that works. Oh, that thing that didn't work, I figured it out. You want me to show you?" And I'm like, oh my goodness, what an amazing person, right? And then I got to travel to all the events, and as I travel to the events, I never miss an event. I get to meet that leadership as well. And I think the first time was in Costa's house in Miami, maybe. Yes, and we were up on the 58th floor in the suite in the pet or you know, a tower in Miami, right across from the Miami Heat basketball stadium, I think it was, right? Yes. And it was just a beautiful scene. That's when I first met her, got to know her, and we bonded, and we bonded ever since that day. Every time I go to one of these events, I look for her, I get my hug, and she's a fantastic hugger. You guys will realize that when you get to the event. But she also is one of those people who says, where do you need help at? Rory, Tanya, can I help us do something? Can I take this load off of you? Can I take that load off of you? Where can I use my expertise to help the entire team, the entire family? And most of that stuff she's doing behind the scenes. Doesn't want the glory. She just wants to protect the house and build and have fun and help as many families as we can, because that's the kind of people Rory and Tanya attracted to them. And that's why she's been here as long as she's been here. She moved up through the ranks, became a master system instructor. She's got a great team of people that she's helping regularly. And so without any further delay, my friend, part of our leadership team, and our MSI. I'm going to stop there because I don't want to take away from your story, Ken. Miss Kathleen Metzler, the microphone is yours. I know you're going to share some greatness with everybody, so take it away.
Thank you, Niall. Yes, we met in a hurricane in Miami. It was a hurricane, yes. And we were up on top, looking over the ocean, having a blast. So I have been here 7 years. This is my anniversary week. And when I came on board, I had lost my job. I had no income whatsoever. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was online searching for jobs. And I put in my application. I have a resume a mile long, as Niall alluded to. I am a techie. I'm a tech person. I have a lot of technical background. I also have a lot of retail, inventory management, all that kind of stuff going on. And I was also a legal secretary for 15 years. So I've had a lot of experience in a lot of different things. Most of my working history has been with corporate. And as many women know, those corporate jobs have ceilings for women, and you weren't able to move up the ranks. You were considered a secretary, and here, go do some accounting work, or here, go type up some training papers. You know, we weren't really given the chance to be into management. But I put in my time. I did my work, and I finally said enough. I don't want to deal with corporate anymore. I'm done. Get me out of here as fast as you can. Let me find something else that I can do. So, like I said, I was online looking for jobs. And when I came across this, the thing that caught my eye is that this group that we are part of, they build your website for you. And they teach you how to work it. They teach you how to go into your back office and how to make pages, how to write ads, how to post on social media, And one of my latest jobs, I actually had built a website for a company. And I go, oh, they're going to build me a website and I get to work with and play around with websites. And I go, perfect. This is the right thing for me. So I thought about it for a couple of days. Like I said, I had no income whatsoever. I was living off of savings. And I thought about it and I says, okay, I'm going to spend my grocery money on this and I'm going to see what this is about. And I got it. And I got started with it. And I immediately got right into the website and started doing things and started learning things. And before I knew it, I became an expert at the PBS. And I saw there was a need out there for people to be shown what they need to do and how to train. So I started working with people and started training people. And look at what we have today. This is the most amazing program you're going to find anywhere in the world. You're not going to find anything like this. You're not going to find the training and support that you get here. As we allude to all the time, we are one big family and we are here to help each other. We are here to help build and grow each and every single one of you. So you need to stick with the training, stick with the program. There's been a lot of love and energy and time and experience put into that program. It's not just thrown together. It actually has a purpose. Everything you do, every step you take has a purpose and a reason for being there. So if you're going to be successful for this program, you need to stay on track. You need to stick with the program as it is written. If you go out and about and you go over here and then you go over here and then you go over here and you go over here, you're going to get lost. You're going to get confused. It's going to get you upset and you're going to want to quit. And that's not what we want. We are here to help you change your life. But you need to help us help you. You need to follow the training as it is stated in the exact order that it is written in. Don't go off on tangents. Don't go off and exploring other things. Stay on track. Stay with the training. Follow your instructor. Your instructors got where they're at because they actually followed the steps. They followed the training and they listened to the people that knew more about the program than they did. And now they have become experts. Thank goodness. We have all these experts out there and we have all these people out there that are willing to help you. So you need to understand the program and stick with it and follow it through. If you don't, we don't know where you're going to end up or where you're going to be. So that's my brief history. So, and I get the great privilege to introduce our mentors. I don't know where I would be without Roy and Tanya, to tell you the truth. I don't know if I would be working. I don't know if I'd be homeless, but I am so thankful and grateful for all they have given us, for all of the guidance, for being here and actually teaching us how to do this. I never was a marketer, but I am now. I am a professional marketer now. And I love it. It's the most amazing thing in the world. And it's all because of those two people. They put in so much time, effort, and love into this program. And to honor them you need to honor the system and stay on track with the system. So Roy and Tanya, all my love to you, hugs. And thank you so much for stepping out of your comfort zone to do what you do to help us. I so appreciate both of you so much. So Tanya, take it away.
Thank you, Kathleen. We appreciate you too and all you do to help. I mean, you guys, if you can't tell, we have amazing leadership and she's just one of them. She's been here for a while and she just does so much behind the scenes you guys don't even know to help. And not only that, but she's also dealing with her own personal issues, you know, as well. We all have those issues behind the scenes that people don't know about and they don't need to know about. And I'm not going to say anything because it's not my story to tell, but I just want you to know she's a survivor and she's an amazing lady. And she just has such a great example. And we're really blessed to have you, Kathleen, and be a part of our family. So thank you so much. So you guys, welcome to our call. I want to talk a little bit about a few different things here. And one of them is Kathleen mentioned a few things that I wanted to mark on is I know we hear a lot about, you know, the struggle for women's rights and the right in the news right now. And I honestly think now is so much better than it was. But I am like Kathleen, and I was one that our stories resonated is where it was really hard for me to be promoted up and to be moved up because I was a woman and I was very much seeking to do so. And as a matter of fact, they told me, well, what do you want to be promoted for? You have a husband. Can you believe that? I mean, that's what they would tell me. And I didn't think that my job needed to be qualified by whether or not I had a husband, but how I did my job. And so I ended up to break this system. I ended up coming into this industry and working in this industry here. And that's what I love about what we do is it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter if you're female, if you're male. It doesn't matter anything. It's about how hard you work and what you want to put into it. And you can achieve your dreams, you guys, if you schedule it out and do it. And so that's what I love about what we do here, you guys. And many of you probably don't know the story if you're new, for those of you who are new, but my husband came to me and said he had this vision to help people who didn't know how to help themselves. And I thought he was a little cuckoo at the time. I'm like, what are you doing that for? We have this great other thing going on. Why would we want to change it up? And he's like, no, this is the path that I feel like we need to go. I want to help other people who can't help themselves. They don't have the knowledge, the know-how, or the capital to find a direction for themselves. And so I said, okay, I'm in. I was begrudgingly in, but I was in. And yeah, he told me what was 6 months, I think he told me. It was several years later that it was finally done. But I believe what his purpose for it and his desire to help everyone. And so I bought in fully with what we're doing here. So it really is a system unlike anything else, you guys. You're not going to find it out there. No one else is going to help you guys. I mean, Rory and I provide marketing for your business. You're not going to find that anywhere else. That is a gift that we give. And it truly is a gift. So we just ask you to pay it forward, work and pay it forward with your team. So you're not going to find that anywhere else. You truthfully are not. We have that opportunity. And we have a great leadership here that help train you as well and push you forward. So I just feel like this is an opportunity that is so unique and so rare. And as a matter of fact, we have people that leave and come back because they realize, oh, they can't find this anywhere else. And we're here with open arms waiting for you guys because we love everybody that wants to be a part and is part of our mission statement. And they always want to help other people and do well to help others. So that's what we're all about here, you guys. And if you're new here, I welcome you guys. And I say we have an amazing system. That's another thing that Kathleen mentioned. We have a system. And what Rory is really good at marketing. He is, I would say he's a mastermind of that. And so he took it and dialed it back for steps to teach others so that it's duplicatable. And nothing is successful if it's not duplicatable. And so that's what he did. And that's one of the things I love that Kathleen said is that we have a system, it's outlined for you. And if you follow the steps, I'm laughing because I'll tell you guys in a minute, if you follow the steps, you will achieve success. But I cannot tell you how many people have come to Rory and said, hey, if you need to just fix it and do this, or you need to fix it and do that. And I'm laughing because here's people that have never achieved success telling my husband who has how to fix it. So it's like, please don't think that the wheel isn't broken. It runs just smoothly. It just needs there's just work involved. There is no magic button that says, boom, I'm rich. That's not out there yet. And if it's out there, my husband will find it and we'll share it with you all. But right now you have to actually do the work. So let's talk about that, shall we, a little bit? I'm gonna talk about that before I introduce my husband here tonight. He gets to be on tonight as well, but I have a couple of things that my mentors always said to me, and many of you guys know, if you are more in my age group or older, you know the great late Jim Rohn. He was an amazing mentor and leader to my husband, to myself, and to some of our leadership here. We got the privilege of going to seminars and listening and growing from him. So he really influenced a lot of the way that my husband and I think. But one of his great things that he would say, and I think it rings true today, and it's so true, is that your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. So your life doesn't get better by chance. It gets better by change. So how much do you guys want to change? What is it that you are looking at right now that brought you here? You have to realize that nothing is going to change unless you work at it to change, right? So it doesn't just change, it doesn't fall in your lap. Oh, success, boom, here it is. It doesn't happen. You have to work a course for it to change. And you can't wait for it. You have to make it happen. And another thing he would say is, and I have these written down so I can remember, but the pain of staying the same is ultimately greater than the pain of change. So we all love our comfort zone, right? Everybody loves where they are, but you're not successful right now where you are, you wouldn't be here. So the pain of staying, there is pain there. It's not getting where you need to be. It's not having the joy in your life. So you have to take the discomfort of getting out of your comfort zone and doing things that you're not used to doing. Take that little discomfort to succeed and move forward. And then the pain of change is less than the discomfort that you're living. And Rory says it well. The pain of being broke is so much greater than the pain of having money. So which pain do you want? Which one do you want? And which way do you want to go with it? And that's really what it's all about. So that's just a couple of things I wanted to say. So you guys, I'm going to talk a little bit about the game plan, because we all have to have a game plan for success. And we have the system, we have it all outlined, but you need to break it down even further. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well. And I mentioned this several times, if any of you guys have been to any of my goal training things, where I will always say these quotes, and this is again from Jim. Don't start your day until it is finished. So you have to have a game plan for your day, your week, your month, your year, and you have to have a course of action. So the amazing system that we have, Rory has a system of how to get there with your PBS, with your posting ads, with your anchor offers, with everything. It's all laid out for you. Your lovely instructors and your MSIs and their teams will all help you. We have training, we have all that. So that's all there. But we don't have a time schedule to help you all do what you got to do. You have your time schedule. So here's where we find is a bottleneck. So since there's a bottleneck, I'm going to help you all with it, because many people do not understand the value of keeping a schedule. I do, however, and I have kept one for years. As a matter of fact, Niall will always introduce me as someone that has everything planned down to the minute. I have it planned out for the year. What do you always say, Niall? 5 years down the road? Well, he's not wrong. I do, because that's how I can achieve what I want to achieve as well. And when my husband and I are achieving things, we're working on a path for success for you guys as well, for what we have here. So we always have to plan it down. So what I want to say to you guys is, many people understand the value of keeping a schedule or a calendar when you are losing weight. I've called this the food loss calendar. You write down everything that you put into your mouth. Many people get that. So I relate that to keeping a schedule. It's exactly the same thing, you guys. If you do not know what you're doing with your time, you don't know how to fix it. So I'm going to tell you guys a couple of things of how to fix it. And I'm going to go very simple, and we can go more detailed. But I've had it broken down many times. The very first time that I had it broken down for me was, this is what I want you to do. And I hope Niall, at the very beginning of the call, he told you all to get a pen and paper. I always have one, but have a pen and paper. Just so I want you guys to write this down and visualize for just a moment. But you all have a goal. You all have a why you're here, right? You have a reason what you want, what you're looking to achieve here. So write that down. Then how long is it going to take you to achieve that? And really, that's up to you. Whatever you think that is. And now on a piece of paper, I want you guys to make columns on this piece of paper. However many months, years, whatever you think it. Right now, months, I would say. Let's do 6 months and have an extra column. So when you're looking at this, it looks like a schedule, right? Without any dates. I'm going to show you a schedule. But this isn't what I'm talking about. Well, no, I won't show you that yet. But just columns, you guys, just very simple. You just take your lines here, instead of going horizontally, you're gonna go vertically, right? Like this. And you're just gonna draw lines and make a schedule. Make it up, make it columns, 1 column per month that you're here. If you're trying to achieve an extra 500 a week, if you're trying to achieve an extra 1,000 a week, whatever it is you're trying to achieve, that's your ultimate goal. And how many months are you giving yourself to achieve that? And then the left side of your column is called your action column. You're gonna write action at the top. And you're gonna write down what actions do you need to take to get where you wanna go at the end of those months. Now I'm breaking this down very simply for you guys. I'm not going into time blocking yet, because you need to be able to brainstorm what you want first. You need to visualize. And if you're new here, that's okay. It's going to take you a minute to figure it out, because you don't know, you don't have your numbers, right? You don't know how many postings you need to do, how many phone calls you need to do. You don't have any of that information yet. Now, if you've been here for a while, or you're getting back into being here and you're getting started again, because I know some of you guys that are coming back in and wanting to get back to work, you know, you have a tentative idea of what your numbers are, how much you have to call, how many people you need to talk to, how many ads you need to post, all that stuff. You guys already know your numbers. So that's what I'm talking. I'm talking to you guys who've been here for a minute. Those are your action items. How many calls do I need to take? How many people do I need to talk to? One of our amazing mentors as well, he said he was told in the 90s he had needed to speak to what, 1,000 people? Was that what he said? I cannot remember. Kathleen, you were there when he was talking about that, I think. And he said, how many people did he say he needed to get to? Was it 1,000?
3,000.
It was 3,000. Okay, sorry. Put Kathleen on the spot. 3,000, sorry. He said he talked to 3,000 people. So he said, that's okay. Every time somebody said no, he just checked it off. That was one closer to his 3,000 people to find success, right? That was one step closer. And so he did this, and he ended up saying that I think, what did you say, Rory? He had to get to 300, I think he got to 330 or something like that was his number to find success. So it's all about those numbers and knowing your numbers and working towards them. Rory's really good at this. So you guys will hear from him in a moment, but he's really, really good at this. But that's what you need to do. How many people do I need to talk to? And you guys put down 3,000. Who cares? If you're new at it, you're not good at talking to people, who cares? That's just a number. It's just a jumping off point. Now break it down. If I need to talk to 3,000 people and I'm giving myself 6 months, how many is that per month? I need to talk to X amount of people per month. And then in the columns where you have the month, that's where you're going to break it down. You have your action items on one side. So I'm going to talk with 3,000 people. And then in the month columns, you're going to break it down by months. This is how many. And then you can break it down from there. And I highly suggest you guys, when we get a schedule for the very first week, write every single thing down. Everything, even breaks when you get up, because most people don't understand. And Rory tells us all the time to all of our leadership. He says, when you get up, you lose 20 minutes minimum, sometimes longer. You get up and you go do something, and then you go do something else, and before you know it, you're back. And I like to stack habits too. So I'm guilty of that, but I also time block. I time block my breaks, you guys. I really do. I'm at our friend's house here, friends at our families, and they can attest. My butt has sat at this table working the last 2 days because I had a schedule that I had to keep, and I had to match that. I had to get it done. So I sat here and I had scheduled breaks, and I get up and do what I needed to do for the break. But I was determined to get something done by the end of today. It took me 2 full days of working to get it done, but I did it because I had my schedule out, right? So it's all about that. It's about knowing your boundaries, knowing your time, how much time you knew. I knew exactly how much time I needed to accomplish my tasks. And I knew that I did it in the time frame that I allowed myself. So how much time you need to talk to 3,000 people. And if you get a no, guess what? That's just one closer to that number that you need to reach. But you have to get started. You have to get started. You have to get allocated. So get your schedule. And I'm going to show you guys this. Let me screen share really quickly. This is just very simple. I shared this calendar when we did a meeting. Where do I share screen? Here we go. And this is just a very simple one. And this was just on the end of a paper that we gave out when we had a meeting in Dallas. And this is broken down from 8 a.m. to I think 6:30 p.m. here. Just for reference, I always have my schedule from 5 to midnight because I have things going on all different times. But the reason it's dated on a Thursday because that's when the event was. But normally it would be Monday through Sunday. And this is how you start. It's called time blocking. And you guys just have something very simple like this. You guys, there's so many free formats. And I recommend paper when you're just getting started. Okay. It's nice to have it out and start writing down. And you need to be honest because nobody's going to see this but you. I got ready to get ready for 30 minutes. Okay. I was getting my computer set up for another 30 minutes. When I actually started working, you mark that time. Not when I took a phone call, not when I was doing text messages, not when I was scrolling social media. That all needs to be written down on different things so that you can have a good, accurate account of what you're doing when you're doing it. And if you don't write it down, you guys, it's just like that food in your mouth. You don't know. You do not know what you're doing. Most people tell me, and they tell me this all the time, I'm so busy, I cannot fit anything else into my day. And I said, well, let me help you out. Give me your schedule. I bet you I can find time. And I always can, always, because they don't realize how much time they're wasting. So this is what I recommend, just getting something very simple like this that just is allocated on time. You guys, there's dailies as well. I like a week view, and then I also like a day view. So I have a planner that has that ability. I have a monthly, actually has a yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily outline so that I can outline everything I need for the year. And I have all my goals sitting in there as well, so that I know what I want to accomplish that year, that quarter, each quarter. I have it broken down. I have everything. And I do goal trainings here and there as well. But that will help you guys. So if you take the first week and actually write down everything that you're doing in that week, you guys, so that you can see, and guess what? Now you know, now you have a jumping off point. Now you know where to go, that you can work on different leads, different directions, and you have a complete outline, a roadmap, if you will, and then you can change it. So once you actually have the knowledge, you have the power now to change the direction of your day, to change the direction of your path. So then you take it and then you can break it down and look at, okay, so now I said I want to talk to however many people you want to talk to in that month, and then break it down by week and break it down by the days of the week that you're working. If you're not working Sundays or not working a Monday, whatever days that you would not work, you're going to break it down. And then you have that outlined for you, and you're going to time block it. You're going to go into your schedule and you're going to set it up. Now, Rory has showed many times, he showed our schedules and he showed how we do it. And we use Google Calendar. I like a digital calendar and I like a written calendar because I like it out and about, because I have a million screens up, tabs up when I'm working. But I also like to have it as a reference point, but I do have to have a digital calendar to share with people. So I have that as well. But just have a digital calendar is fine, but I really highly recommend when you're first getting started that you just use something simple like that. And it has to be super simple, guys. Just something you can print for free yourself. Don't have to spend money on it, or you can if you want. You can go to Walmart, they have them there too, and just buy something that's hour blocked for your day. And then you can understand, I have my job from here to here. Okay, from here to here is what I have open that I can work. Are you really able to work that time? If so, then you need to get onto your V marketing. That's number one. You got to get people bringing people in to make money. And if you're new and you don't understand this, don't worry, it will all be explained to you. But you guys know you have to do the action steps that actually create money, right? You have to do that to make money. You can't just do the little management things that don't make you any money. You have to do the action steps that make money. So take your schedule, break it down, block out your 4 hours of marketing, your 4 hours of whatever, and always leave something open for a BRT or a session one. You guys know what I'm talking about. So if you don't have that filled, you fill it with marketing. You consistently have to push, you guys. You have to get out of your comfort zone, and you're all in it, but you're not where you want to be, or you wouldn't be here. So you have to push out of it. And I promise you, this is what's going to make it for you. When you guys stop, you go backwards. So I'm talking to all of you instructors who've been here for a while, who've taken a break and are coming back. You've stopped now. You're at the bottom. So you've got to start. You've got to start by pushing that ball back up the hill. And this is how you do it. This is how you do it. And get your momentum going, get your pipeline full. And then it's going to be at the top of that hill, and then it's going to be easier because you're going to be going down, because your pipeline's going to be full. You know what you need to do to keep it full, and you're going to continue to grow and to continue to push forward to success. So get your schedules going. And Rory shows ours all the time. I'm going to share, Rory, I hope it's okay. I'm going to share our schedule for just a second. I pushed it out several weeks because it's not filled in all the way. But I want you guys to see, and it is crazy. But this is what our schedule looks like for us. I mean, this is several weeks down the road too. And it's filled in, completely filled in. That's just what we have. We always have it filled in. Mine's not as full as Rory's because I have to be more flexible, but guess what? By that Sunday, it's completely full. By the Sunday before, I'm completely filled up because I have to leave a little bit flexible for our family. I have to keep that going as well. But that's what we do. It's always full. And that was like 4 weeks out and it's scheduled out like that, you guys. So I'm talking to, when I say we schedule it out, we really do schedule it out. It's always full. We always have our trainings. That's what we start with. We start with our things that are set, right? Any appointments or trainings, those are set. Put those in first. And then you have your time that's available for you to work and grow and move forward with whatever marketing, whatever session you have for you. You have that all set for you. So I hope that this helps you guys a little bit. It helps you on a path. I think we need to talk next week. We need to talk to some of you guys and see how it went for you. So start writing it down, start getting the hang of what you're doing. And then knowledge is power, my friends. Once you know what you're doing with your time, then you know how to shift it. So I'm going to introduce my amazing husband, Rory, who you heard talk for just a second on here. He is the mastermind behind this, and he really is the heart also behind this. You guys, the great thing about having leaders, if you have a leader, they need to do and work the path of success that you are working. And we do that. Rory does that completely. Everything that he asked you to do, he's doing. If you guys are one of his students, then you know he holds study hall. He helps people, encourage them for V-marketing. He does V-marketing training. He does outbounds. He does inbounds. He does it all. So everything that he's asking you to do, he does. And so we have this amazing leader here at the top that is just such a good heart and loving and kind. And that's the person that gets to run this business. He has this heart of gold and he really truthfully cares about you guys far more than I could even express. You hear it some from Niall, you heard it from Kathleen as well today, but it's just, he is that person. He cares about your success and how can he make it easier for you? How can he make it more achievable for you? And so please follow the system that he's laid out for you. And it's, as he likes to say, it's a system, not a suggestion. So anyway, Rory, take it away.
It is absolutely a system and not a suggestion. And guys, I'm gonna break out some things. Nobody is too busy to accomplish what they deserve. If you say you're too busy, I promise you, if you want it, you'll find a way, right? We prioritize based on what we want. And what Tanya just went over, I hope you guys took notes. All right. It is as simple as knowing what you're doing. You guys have heard this before. If you're not planning to win, you're planning to fail, right? If you're not planning, your lack of planning is going to lead to a failure point. You do not get ahead by not planning out your time. It's the most precious commodity we have. We only have so much of it, and we don't even know how much we have. Think about that. Nobody knows how long they're going to live. Nobody. We get 24 hours, and every morning we wake up, we are blessed with another day. So if you want to get the most out of it, you've got to plan. You got to know what you're doing at that time, because unplanned time becomes lost time instantly. It's always amazed me, and I find a very big parallel in it. Successful people and people that keep their calendar pretty tight are pretty much the same people. It's really hard to have success without a planned agenda. I'll put some references on the Olympics going on right now, and I'll keep it completely to the athletic part of it, okay? Those athletes have a schedule that they train on every freaking day. They don't just wake up and see what happens. They don't just kind of coast in and see how it's going to go that day. It's a regimented, scheduled routine of training, exercise, rest, physical therapy. All the things that they go through are scheduled. They want to be the best of the best. They got trainers, and their time is absolutely slotted. It's not, no joke. All right. So I look at that, and I that's the one thing I love to see when you see a competitor at the top of the top, right? An Olympian athlete is the top at their thing. I mean, they are world record setters. They are They're trying to achieve a new level of amazingness in that sport or that skill set, right? And you watch it and you're so proud to watch them go. But for that 45 seconds that they claim that gold medal in that routine or whatever it was, there's been years of sacrifice and toil and endless schedules. The journey to get where they wanted to get, that pinnacle that they got to, the journey was long. The actual event's like 45 seconds to prove what their muscle memory and their complete honed in skill sets have delivered them to a point at a competition, kind of like a camera moment in time, and it's over. It's over. Did they get it? Did they not get it? It's all over. All that work, all that strife, all that planning, and it's over. On to the next one. Another 4 years away. World competition, maybe 2. I mean, they're back to their routine. They're back to their schedule. People that achieve at a high level in anything have to be organized. Otherwise, it's lost time. What we do with our time matters. All right. Now I'm going to go into, I want to put that out there. What Tanya talked about tonight. If you're not organized or you're not getting your stuff done, and you're not, and you think, oh, I don't know how I'm going to get this V-marketing done. You need to sit down and write down what you do in the day so you know where your priorities are. Because no matter what you think they are what you spend your time on. If you're not putting time in your relationship with your spouse, they're not a priority to you. If you're not spending quality time that's scheduled with your family, they're not important to you. They're not a priority. And if you plan that time, wow, the balance that comes into your life. And I know Tanya brought up some stuff there, but I'll tell you, we can go a little bit deeper. I have to plan the time I have with my grandkids. I have to plan the time we do with the family. Tanya and I have to plan the time we have together, or it doesn't happen. It'll be overlapped by the other things that are already in motion. And you guys, days go by so quick. And the more planned you are, the more you get done in that day, the more you're gonna feel more accomplished when you go to bed at night. Things happen. You got to reassess things, move things around, but you have a schedule to do that. And when we're building the business, my priority is always, my word is my bond. So if I have an appointment, that's the priority. If that appointment's a BRT, a session 1, a session 2, a session 3, of e-marketing training, those are number 1. And then if I don't have those, the time that I have set aside to do e-marketing is all about creating those appointments. And that's what I run with. Someone needs help, I got the study halls. Nothing we do, folks, is life or death. They need help to fix a page. It's not a priority compared to building the team and doing what we promised to help build our teams. We got to build the customer base, guys. We don't get paid unless products being sold. That segues into the next topic I'm going to go into. You guys know we have this IBO program, which we have massive marketing contracts and stuff that we do in another part of our businesses. And we've really set up some amazing advertisers. These advertisers are well-funded. They've ran their businesses very smart. They need more people for merchant processing, which is the IBO program. They're willing to pay a very nice premium for it. And they also keep the accounts funded. And they go for a long time, which means it's a great relationship to put one of our students into. We have those going on right now. Now, we've been growing more and more opportunities, but we want the right advertisers. We want guys that know what they're doing, that run a very tight ship, and we've been vetting them out very well. And we took a lot of control on this. I mean, this is IBO version 2.0. We've learned a lot in doing this for years. We've learned a lot on how to maintain them better, how to pick up, better advertisers that run a long time, that, get their business to last a lot longer because they do things smarter. They're proven. So at the same time, we've been running rampant. We had a lot of people that didn't get back to the contact person. They didn't answer their phones when they were reached out to. So anybody here, and I'm speaking to everybody and instructors, anybody that is enrolled in the IBO program or that's ready to enroll in the IBO program. So if they've already enrolled, but they haven't been contacted, put them on the sheet that I shared with the CSIs, GSIs, PSIs, MSIs today. So if you don't have access to that sheet, it's because you're not a CSI and above. Get with your instructor that is a CSI and above, get on that sheet, get your people added so that we can reach out to them and we're going to get really aggressive at connecting. We've got amazing situations. Now, credit scores above 650, we have a program that pays $1,000 a month, minimum 9 months. These guys have been going for years. Okay, we brought these advertisers into our thing. We vetted things out, and then we've got several other advertisers that will work with the 620 credit scores and up in between, and you know, they pay out the 750 a month, and then we have some that are, you know, very unique situations for outside of our normal age group. So I'm going to tell you, get on the list. Let's get you set up. And let's take advantage of this. And you guys, it's never been as good as it is today. We're always improving. But man, there are some great advertisers. And I was going over it with Jim. And I'll tell you guys, we're trying to streamline the process. And we need people to answer the phones when they're reached out to. But if we put you on that list and we know that you're not getting moved along, we're going to start three-waying. We're going to start connecting in a lot more better way. Like I look at a problem and I say, well, what can I do to make it better? And it's perfect we had Kathleen introduced today because she's that way too. Whoa. This is a problem. How do we make it better? Rory, I got a suggestion here, and she's helped us with so many things. So when I'm bringing this up, I'm thinking, this is such a perfect date that Kathleen came on because this is a Kathleen type of an operation. We look for ways to make it better. We're human. Human things happen. How do you react? Well, I take it as a lesson and then find a way to make it better. By making things better, we've made this whole program better. Constantly. You guys, our new CRM, the way that it works, the way that we're able to put stuff out there. You know, I was able to set 6 appointments up in V Marketing. I did a long training. I only worked I sent out my messages. I only called for 40 minutes. I got 6 appointments. Got 1 person through and then 6 appointments. I'm gonna keep following up on it. Now I'm gonna be drilling some of that stuff on today in the millionaire class. We're gonna go to that soon. But I want to stress something. We participate in so many ways of marketing, and you guys, we make our money because we offer value, right? We offer a service. We deliver and connect products and services with consumers. We deliver a service that does that, right? We're marketers. We get the word out there. We get the marketing message out there. We also engage in this in a way where we make money from the buying and selling of products. Yeah, we don't have to buy them and inventory them and warehouse them and ship them out. No, we have that all logistically done. It's set up and it ran, and we work with partners that do it amazing. By the way, most likely next Tuesday is going to be a huge announcement and a release day of something very, very special to a lot of us. Next Tuesday is going to be a very fun day, most likely. I wasn't going to say anything to you for sure, but we're pretty sure. And it's long coming and it's at the right time, right? Tanya, you don't need to mute me. I'll stop. She comes back on camera like, I know that eye. We got a lot of great things coming. But we really want to make sure that everybody's ready to go to that event in November. It's going to be an event. It's going to not be just an event to remember. It's going to be one of those events where we look back and go, that event, November 2024, changed our lives. Things change. You guys, it's that big. And we want to get as many people there. Not to mention, Tanya and I haven't seen a lot of people for a while. It's time to get together. It's past time. And so, you know, there's going to be some travel expenses. The hotels, we're getting everything worked out like we did before. Transportation, you know, we're gonna figure that out with the vehicles. Guys, we're getting pretty good at this. You know, we're gonna do it right, but we're also gonna have a lot of freaking awesome events. And You know, we're going to have some qualifiers. And I'm going to tell everybody, that especially those that are in the millionaire class push hard. You're going to get some amazing perks. Monday, we have Costa coming on for the founders call. Tanya and I obviously will be there, possibly from different locations. But you want to be on the announcements. And then right after, I'm doing a BRT course again. You guys, I can teach how to do the BRT over and over again. It's not something you learn in one class. There's things to it to make you better. It's practice, but it's also hearing why we do certain things. You guys, that took us years to create. I've been teaching how to basically do that process since 1989. I just got it naturally. Getting it to a system to teach people, that happened in August of 2018. Kathleen was here. A lot of our MSIs that have been here a long time were there. It changed everything. And then we just got better and better and better at it. And you guys are coming in here now, especially all the new people. You guys, the road's already paid for you to go on. We've already patched all the holes. It's smooth. You just got to get in and get going. I'm going to reflect on this. I'm hoping we have some announcements on dates. I'm not sure what's coming Monday. Tanya and I have not been briefed yet. Costa's been building in Europe. And you guys, we want to really start amping up our marketing in these other countries, because what's coming in November, it's global. We're in 140 countries. And so we're going to start spending a lot more time on how we market and gather prospects and partners around the world. I don't care where you are. You could be in the middle of Wichita, Kansas. You have an internet access because you're on the computer and you got internet and you got your systems and stuff we teach you here. You can reach the world. You can reach the world. You can be clear in the Philippines and be building a business in America, and vice versa. Some of you have heard me talk about this coming. Hey, we're building worldwide. The right things will come. We'll have the right things to market. We're going to have the right things to push it out there. We're there. I always consider this a partner call on Tuesdays. Same with Saturdays, especially Tuesdays and Saturdays. We have our instructor call before this where we break things down that the instructors need to hear. That's our leadership. So grateful for our MSIs, guys. So grateful for what they do. And I mean, you guys, this is our business, right? We're partners. This is our business. We get to build it and pour into it because it's ours. The stuff that's coming, I'm out of my skin on it already. I remember, I'm going to reflect because it's good to reflect. I knew what we had. We had an amazing distribution system in these PBSs that we could get the word out on anything and everything. The right thing is going to do better, sure, but we have that distribution model. And I remember telling everybody, we're going to get the right things to market. It's going to blow up. We're going to get the right things to market. We're going to expand the world. It's coming. I didn't know what they were. And I always said, I don't know what's going to come tomorrow for us to market. We're setting up the distribution. So when the right things comes, we're ready. We're in the right place at the right time because we built the distribution. We got things going on out there. We've been building and marketing that 1f16.com site. Well, 1.5 decades now, whatever it is. I got to tell you, it's getting a lot more traffic. And I started putting some more emphasis on the keywords and some emphasis on that. And it's getting a lot of spam hits now. Bots are coming through it. I've got all sorts of people scanning that site because it's getting exposure. And there's some things that I've done on that that are so duplicatable. And that's the things we're going to be teaching on these Saturdays. Why? Because it just takes time to explain it, show it to you. You guys don't like me going Rory speed, so I got to slow it down and break it out. We're going to be doing that. But I got to tell you, what makes me the most excited is I started focusing on international placements, and they're coming through. And then I've had some people here recently go, I'm getting traffic from Germany. I'm like, see, it's starting to work. We just got to keep pushing it out there. The items that are coming out, we got brain food. We're on full press on that, guys. People are registering. Parents are coming in. We got student signups. You guys, that is what we focus on because it's hot. We're always going to focus on the Velveeta stuff. It's hot. Always. Weight loss will always be in style as long as there's McDonald's around. When McDonald's goes out of business, then we'll talk about weight loss maybe not being around. Until then, You press on it all the time. It's always in season, especially weight loss that works, health that works. There's some new frontiers of technology. We're in a lot of it already. I see things on our horizon. Just keep pushing this stuff out there. Trust the circular process. Here comes Tanya. We're getting ready to mute me. Do you see that? I know that look. I'm going to push the envelope. So we are so in the right place. I'm going to tell you though, you want to be prepped for it. You want to be doing the work for it. You want to be doing the measures for it. You want to get the V marketing into style. You want to get your days organized so you can find the time to chase your priorities. All this always leads back to what is your why? Is your why strong enough to make you change what you got? What was that? That was a Jim Rohn quote, Tanya, and I want you to say it again.
The change? Which one? I have a book full of them.
It's the one you started out with earlier today.
Oh. Hang on.
It's the one that change makes it happen.
By change, by chance. So your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change.
If you don't change your time, you're not going to change anything. Like you think you want it. Hey, I'm going to go do it. I'll talk a big game. If you don't put it in the calendar, it's not going to happen. And I'm going to stress this out for a couple more minutes. If you're not planning your day and you're not seeing a difference in your life, one of these days you're going to realize you better start planning your day. There is not just a correlation. It's an absolute path to making changes happen is you've got to schedule it out. Then you got to follow it. But if you're not going to follow something that's on there, it's the roadmap. Your calendar is your roadmap for success. How many new people are you going to talk to add to the team? Oh, you don't have anybody to talk to. Okay, so how much time in V marketing can you focus on to find new people to talk to add to your team? Same thing over and over again. I'm going to say it's the same path. I share my calendar with a lot of people. You can see. And then if you happen to be in the same area or the home or the hotel where I'm at, I work according to that calendar. That calendar is my success's best friend. I've had a calendar of my life since my early teenage years. Before I was 14, I carried a calendar, and I used to get made fun of for it, right? Because like, why you have that book? I'm thinking, because I'm going to get rich, and I got to plan my time out. I got to learn things. I got appointments to keep. You know, I was selling printing at 14, and I was going to school, right? And I was doing all my activities and all my sports, and I had to plan it out because, well, how are you going to make money if you can't have an appointment to go sell a printing job? You've got to schedule it in. And I'd had to make sacrifices around a lot of things because that was more important than hanging out with my friends. And a lot of times I was, hanging out didn't make me money, but that appointment at that pizza shop made me enough money to cover a lot of months of income. You plan things up in priority. And I grew with that and got better with it. But you know what? I would always outperform anybody I went against in any area I was in. Why? Same 24 hours. I just focused on my calendar and I lived to it. I wouldn't do diversions. I'm gonna give you guys a very fun fact, and then we're gonna close out on time, Tanya. We're gonna close out at 5 till. Give everybody 5 minutes to regroup, bio break, get a drink, and we're going right to the millionaire course. When you're working, especially in a computer environment, and you're doing your thing, when you get up out of your seat, every time you get up, that's 20 minutes minimum that you're going to be away from your desk. So if you're getting up a lot, 20 minutes, that's an hour. So when you get up, try to do everything you need to do at that time you get up. Get new water, get new snacks, go to the restroom. Do it when you get up, because if you do it once, you're going to save other breaks. Yes, there's little things I do throughout the day. And Tanya knows when I stand up, she knows he's going to hit the bathroom. He's going to grab a drink. He's going to grab anything else. I can grab him then, because then he's got a break. And then I'm back to it. I don't dilly-dally. And I know it's about 20 minutes. No, if it's less than that, man, it's because I'm probably on the phone and I'm just grabbing something because my throat's sore or I need a drink, but I'm on the phone and I'm pacing. I'm working. That's another way that you can kind of gauge the time. And this is the next thing. Well, I'm just going to plant the seed. Once you got your calendar, then you figure out how you get things done and multitask during the time you're doing things. I'm effective with my time because I need to be. My why is big. Tanya and I, we have huge reasons to get things done right. And I got to tell you, if your why is more than about yourself, it's a better why. Once you are doing a why to help more people, it's a better why. It's a lot easier to get things you want when you're helping other people get their things. And I buy into someone else's dreams and their hopes way more than mine, because I genuinely just like helping people. And if I can be part of that success, it just warms my heart. It's true happiness. True happiness comes in the form of helping others. And we get to do it nonstop. There is a empty void that we can never fill of people that need help in this world. I can tell you that right now. We will never run out of people to help. It just won't happen. The world is that shitty of a place. They need help. 95% of the US, let alone the world, are going to retire broke. They don't have a way. No one taught them how to create time and financial freedom. They're working in a linear world where they trade their hours for dollars. People that thought their savings were ahead are getting those eroded right now because of inflation. 401ks did amazing during, 4 years back and more now. And then the last 3 years, they just got destroyed. If people aren't creating ways to create cash, that's going to be a problem. We got to do it here. All right. God bless everyone. Those on the Millionaire Course, I'll see you in